Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. As you can see, I've renamed all the train stations here, so we're going to call this area the Refinery now. I've renamed all the train stations with the word Refinery instead of plastic, and then the loading station I just call Refinery Plastic. I am going to put a symbol for plastic bars here, and we'll put the lubricant symbol here, and we'll put the acid symbol here. Great. Okay, so now that that's set up, we can set up the iron station, which is right here. I'm going to unload on this side so that we can be as close as possible to the roboports and where we need to put everything. So we'll put in some provider chests, we'll put stack inserters. Oops, that's all a little bit too far away, isn't it? And that means these power poles are also in the wrong place. It should be like that. There we go. And I'll put the lights on the unloading side as well. Now in this case, I don't think I need to fill these chests up with iron. I don't think I'm going to use up that much plate, so I'm just going to limit these to... I don't even think I want one row. Iron stacks in hundreds. So train car has 40 stacks. I've got 6 chests here. Here, what I'll do is I'll just limit these to 4 with 10 each. So that'll be enough to unload one train car only. Right, I don't want to build up a huge buffer of iron plates over here because we don't really need so many. So something like that will be fine. And then we need to set up the refueling station. So let me copy this one. Hopefully that'll fit. Yeah. All right. There we go. And I'll put a couple lights here too. All right, good. All right, so that applied all the logic and everything there that we need, which is great. So really all we need to do is bring the fuel in. Let's see. Now in this case, I'm going to move this belt a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Let's, I'll just put another roboport here, and we'll use bots for this. All right, so I want this to only load 30. Where's the rocket fuel? All right. And then I'll disconnect the inserter. Okay, so that's still connected to the logistics network, just not to the circuit network. Now this one I still, no, this one I don't want either. What I want to do here is I want to read the contents of the logistics network, so I can disconnect that as well. Okay. All right, so that fuel station is currently enabled. All right, and then we just need a requester chest. I don't need one for the fuel train itself because I've already got that set up elsewhere. All right, and we'll just put that on each one of these trains. All right, let's put it on the other side then. There. Okay. So now we can look for our fuel train, and that is this one. And we can add refinery fuel for inactivity. I think that's how we're doing this. Yep. All right, so that'll come and add fuel. It's a short trip in this case. Okay, that was easy. All right, and now we just need to set up the train to bring iron, and then we should be all set. So let's go back to the base and set that up. And once we get all that taken care of, then the next step for us is going to be red circuits. So we can, with the time we have left, we can start designing the red circuits area, or at least the layout of the production cell. I think I picked up a bunch of fuel. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I just need a train, need one locomotive, and I need 4 cars. We'll come down here like I usually do so that we can refuel. All right, what color is the iron train? Iron plate 210, 210, 255. I'll just copy paste. Great. All right, so we'll go to smelting iron out until it's full, and then we'll go to refinery iron until empty. We can also get our trains set up for the lubricant and the acid while we're at it. Let's see. Now, I'm not sure if I have colors assigned for those. Let me check my list here. No. Okay, sulfuric acid is 144, 205, 42. 205, 42. Is that right? Yeah, 42. I don't have a color assigned for lubricant, so we'll have to come up with something. All right, so this one is going to go to refinery sulfuric acid until full, and TBD after that. Where's the other train? Here we go. All right, so let's come up with a good color for this. Now that green is for circuits. So let's do like a lighter, green. What if I do that? That looks a little too gray. What if we take some blue out? If we take all the blue out, that's kind of yellowish green. Put some blue back in. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So that's 113, 255, 54. I'll have to try to remember that. All right, so this one goes to refinery lubricant until full. Actually, you know what? We can just make this pure green because it's going to be obvious that this is not green circuits. Okay. All right, so let's head over there and make sure everything is working. Go back to the refinery. Actually, I don't think I made a train for the plastic to pick up plastic, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, so I think I'll need to do that. All right, so now we're starting to use both lanes. Okay. And my iron train is stuck because I didn't put a signal for the lubricant. And that goes right there. Okay, so we're making lubricant, we're making acid. Yeah, actually the acid train is full already. That was pretty quick. Let's just make sure this is... All right, I think I need stack inserters here. That's better. Yep. Nice. Yeah, and this one's just not running very fast. Probably because we're not making plastic yet either, so we're not making a lot of heavy oil since the refinery's not really running. So let's go back one more time and let's set up a train to start to unload the plastic. And I think when we do that, we'll be able to get a better idea of how this is going to run when everything's going at full speed. Okay, the fuel stop is disabled as we want it to be. Yeah, this all looks pretty good. All right, so another train and another 4 wagons. Uh-oh, get out of my way. Are we low on acid here? No. I wonder why that stopped. Oh, because it's got no barrels. All right. Okay, so this is going to be for picking up plastic. I think this just needs to be a white train. And it's a little bit whiter than the steel train is. All right, so this is going to go to refinery plastic until full. Go. And then let's get over there quickly ourselves so we can watch it working. While we're on our way over there, we can check for aliens. And unfortunately, I don't see any, so we're not going to be able to have any fun with that. Just to let you know, I am going to be starting a series soon, a multiplayer series that I'm going to be doing with my brother. And we're going to be doing Deathworld with the Rampant mod, which has like much more aggressive alien AI. So we'll see if we can have some fun with aliens in that game. All right. Yeah, so the lubricant is running at full speed now that all the refineries are running. So that looks pretty good. And it looks like we're not accumulating any heavy oil. Oh no, we are. A little bit. No, very little. Okay. Well, that's good. Anyway, all this appears to be working just fine. So I think we're pretty much done over here in the refinery with our oil products. And I'm pretty happy about that. That's, I think, a significant milestone because this is not easy to set up. And we got it working within a few episodes, and it seems to be working quite well, actually. So I'm rather pleased with that. I do need to put some more stone brick down there so we can be consistent aesthetically. I don't think I have any in my train, though. Nope. So I'll come back and do that a little bit later. Okay, so now that we have that, let's think about red circuits. So we're doing green circuits here, plastic here, so I think it would be great to have red circuits in between these two outposts. So we've been doing junction, 1, 2, 3 sections, and then junction. So here's a junction, 1, 2, 3 sections, and so we should put the junction for the red circuit area right there, and it'll be up on this side. So let's go ahead and start laying out some track. We'll put in the stacker, and then we can start thinking about how we want to set up the production units and how many. We'll need to take a look at Factorio Planner to see what that says. All right, I need to make a right turn here. And I think this is the place right here where all these trees are. Lucky me. All right, so as usual, we're going to start by getting rid of the existing signals. And then we're going to put in our 4 to 2 junction. Right there. And then we can get rid of that. And I don't have any rail, so let's get some rail. All right. back up a bit and turn off. All right, and then we normally do one more short section. And then we put the stacker in. All right, so I'm going to copy this stacker here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, I really don't think we need 12 stacker lanes. We'll trim this down to 10. We don't need to be too shy with it because we've got plenty of material to build things with, but you know, I don't want to get too crazy with it. So try to do my builds efficiently, not only in terms of production, but also make efficient use of materials where I can. I think it's a good challenge to try to do that. Is that right? I think so. You know what, let me all right, let me do that just so I make sure that I get this set up properly. There we go. Okay, so now we got our stacker. Okay, so let me check Factorio Planner here. And this is telling me that for red circuits, we are going to need 132 machines making red circuits. So we're obviously going to need several production units. And we also are going to need a lot of copper cable. So we'll have to think about how we want to set that up. So actually, I'm going to create a new Factorio Planner just for the red circuits so that I can see how many copper cables I need just in this area. So this is saying that we need 10,163 per minute of the red circuits. I'm sorry you can't see this, but let me set up in Factorio Planner red circuits. And it's going to be 10,163 per minute. Right, so 132 factories. And we're going to need 32.6 for copper wire. And 132 red circuits. Okay, so I'm just going to make a note of that so we can remember how that works. All right, this is actually too long. We can start to go up right there, and that should be in line with this. And it is. All right, good. for this side, I'm going to maintain the spacing of the signals. So this is going to be for our return lane. And we'll go ahead and extend this to the north. Oh, actually, I don't have this signal in the right spot. This needs to be down one. All right, now it should tile. There we go. Oh, and it's still not working. That's weird. Oh, it's because I didn't fix my blueprint. That's why. All right, now let's try it. There, now it tiles. Good. Okay, and then the first station will be right here. All right, so for red circuits, we just need green circuits, plastic bars, and copper plates. We're going to bring copper plates in. And if we're doing, let's see, we need 132 red. Whoops. And 32.6 copper. So that's about a 4-to-1 ratio, which is a little bit better than the 6-to-1 that we usually do. And that's because we have productivity on the copper wires. So that's why we don't need. Wait a minute. Is that right? 132 divided by 32.6. So I have one copper wire machine per 4 red circuit machines. That doesn't sound right. Because normally I would have 1 for 6. And because I have productivity on the copper wire, I should have fewer machines and not more machines. 32.6 to 132. Oh, I know why. That's because the 32.6 is also taking into account the needs for making the green circuits. Okay, so let's do some different math. So here we're going to require 4 copper cable for every one of these machines. Right, so if I need 10,163 advanced circuits per minute, that means I need 4 times as much copper cable. Right, so 10,163 times 4, that means I need 40,652 copper cable machines. So let me plug that in. $40,652. Again, with all of our beacons and modules. Okay, so that means we need 22 copper wire machines, not 32.6. Okay. So in that case, 132 red circuit machines divided by 22 copper wire machines. That's a 1-to-6 ratio. Which still seems like too many. I would expect it to be less since I'm getting productivity bonus on the copper wire. But, okay. Well, we'll leave it like that. Let's do another bit of math though. So if we take that 40,652 copper wires per minute, we divide that by 60 seconds. That's 677.5 copper wires per second. And if there are 22 machines, that means that each machine needs to make 30.8 copper wire per second. And that means that inserters are not going to be fast enough. Because a stack inserter can only move 27.7, something like that, per second. All right, so let's see if we can come up with a good 6-to-1 layout. Right, so we're going to need to request 2, 4, 8. Yeah, I think one requester chest coming in is going to be more than enough. Now, what if we used a belt like this? Because a blue belt can carry 40 items per second. So a blue belt is fast enough. And in fact, we could, whoops. So if this was copper cable, we could have a stack inserter feeding copper plate. That would be no problem, because in this case we're going to need 15 copper plates per second. And then this would be, this would be circuits and plastic in this requester chest. So we could do something like this. And then we could have actually we would need undergrounds up here as well. See, but this way we could have 2 stack inserters on the output, and then we can do it. So it would be about 15 per second on each side. One side of a blue belt can carry up to 20 per second. So that would work. And then we could have the provider chest like this. On the output, a fast inserter is going to be fine because these are fairly slow. 6 seconds, not including bonuses. Okay. So we could do something like this. And then productivity, of course. And then, do I have beacons? I do. All right. in this case, the beacons all get power too. Okay, so this would be the basic unit for red circuit production. And since I need 132 total divided by 6, so I would need 22 of these guys in this area, right? So we might do like 2 side by side and then another 1. So it would be 2, 3, that would be 6. And then I could repeat that 4 times with each of those 4 segments with 3 tracks for copper, or 4 tracks, copper, plastic. Ugh, that's a lot of tracks. Yeah, we'll need copper, plastic, green circuits coming in, and then 1 for red circuits going out. So, but I think that will work well. In fact, do I have any plastic with me? No, I do not. Okay, well, we'll have to wait a while before we can test this. But this will be the basic unit of production for the red circuits. And in the next episode, we'll work on scaling this up. And, as we have been, like I said, we're going to need 22 of these segments. And again, I think we can split that up into 4 sections of 6. But we'll start by just making 1 section of 6, kind of like we've been setting up the rest of it, where we get the initial production unit set up, and then once we get everything running, then we'll start to scale it up to full capacity. So I think this will work out well. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.